What's up YouTube, KidMoto22 here, and I come to talk to you guys today about something that's pretty concerning involving Harley-Davidson and the small bike market. So let's get to this. Welcome back everybody, and today we're going to talk about Harley-Davidson and the small bike market. I am pretty concerned with where Harley's at right now in the small bike market. And I really feel like they are going to and are currently losing all of their foothold in the small bike market. So one of the things I can tell you that I know is that over the course of the last 2 or 3 years, Harley used to make a list of their top selling bikes. And always on that list was the Harley 883. And usually when they picked their top 10, a used 883 was in the top 10 also. So 2 of their top 10 selling motorcycles were 883s, either new or used, right? So this tells me that people still are using the 883 as maybe a first bike, an entry-level bike, or something to get them on a Harley-Davidson. And I feel like Harley is losing their foothold in this market with what they're doing right now in all of their small bikes. So if you haven't heard, it sounds like in 2022, the 1200 is going away. So it's part of the Sportster line. Some people wouldn't consider that a small bike or a small displacement bike, but for Harley in the big V-twin market, the 1200 is not a big motor and it's not a big bike for them. All of the competitors are staying in this marketplace and doing really well. We have Honda still with the Rebel, and you know, the redesigned Rebel from the last couple of years ago, and I'll throw a picture of that thing up here, and the whole Shadow series, which are all, not all of them I shouldn't say, but they have the Shadow series under 1,000 cc's. And then you have Yamaha with the Bolt, okay? That bike, you can look up. There's been a lot of head-to-head videos, and I'll throw another picture of the Bolt up here. There's been a lot of head-to-head videos with the pitching the Yamaha Bolt against the 883, and the Yamaha Bolt comes ahead in a lot of categories, including price. And then let's go to Kawasaki. Kawasaki is killing it in the cafe market with the Z900 RS and the W800, and I'll throw a picture of each one of those up here. These bikes are absolutely fantastic, and they just are fitting into that cafe market scene, which is really big right now, and really big with kind of that millennial and younger crowd. Harley is not capitalizing on any of this. What did they do in 2021? Harley released the Sportster S, okay? The Sportster S is a great bike, and it's a great step forward for Harley-Davidson. It's liquid cooled, 60-degree V-twin, motor built into the frame, lots of tech, lots of great things. $15,000. This is not an entry-level bike, nor is it a bike that's going to keep people in that small bike market. They lost their foothold in the UK with not being able to keep the Sportster up to the emission standards. They haven't put out any of the new models, which I heard are supposed to be part of that new motor and the Sportster S series. There's supposed to be Sportster models coming out where they've kind of detuned that motor and made it right around that 883 range. But those haven't come out yet. In the meantime, all the competitors still have their small bikes, and Harley's losing their foothold. They got rid of the 500 and the 750 that they had, the Street 500 and Street 750. And I don't know, I mean, those bikes didn't do well here, but they still were bikes that keep them in the small bike market. I think that the timing of those bikes weren't really great, and maybe not the styling either. I really want to see Harley continue to make an offering in the small bike market in something that's under 10K. You have to have a bike under $10,000 in your lineup for those new riders, those people that want to get their foot in the door. I think this is a market that Harley is missing right now. I think the Sportster is long on the tooth. I think that thing is going to be going away. The 883, the Iron, you know, kind of that whole class of bike, it's the oldest tech that Harley has. Some people say the Evo engine is some of the most dependable things that they have out there. That's great, but it's old technology. It's an old engine, and we need to see something new out of them, and we need to see something that has the new tech but isn't a smaller displacement, and we need to see something below 10K. It has to be below that $10,000 mark to get new riders, to get people on bikes. I'm a firm believer that if you can get somebody riding a Harley-Davidson of any kind, you're going to have the best opportunity to make a customer for life. But you have to get them on those bikes, and too many of their offerings right now are just too high priced. And here I sit, I ride a Road King Special, and I know that sounds crazy for me to say, you know, that their bikes are too high priced, but they need to be offering something for that market. So that's what I have for you guys today. Harley is definitely losing their foothold in the small bike market, and they need to get out there and they need to put some bikes out that can get new riders, young riders, and a bike that's in the marketplace that's affordable with a smaller displacement. So that's what I have for you guys today. If you like what I'm doing, give me a thumbs up. I'll put a link to another video of mine that you might like over here. And again, I'll put the subscribe button up here. And this is Kid Moto. I'm out.